Someone commented on this question. In triangle ABD, the base is AD. Name the height. And the commenter says, need to elaborate why EA, which is highlighted in purple, is not the answer. So let's find out why AD is not the height, but we need to understand the concept of base and height. So in this case, why do we need to know the base and height of a triangle? So let's imagine this triangle is just half of a rectangle. So the area of a rectangle is essentially base times height. What about a triangle, which is half of the rectangle? So if you guess the area of this green triangle is basically half of the rectangle. You thought base and height, right? But it is also base and height since the rectangle is base times height. So another thing is that the base is perpendicular to the height, meaning that these two lines, the height and the base, meet each other to form a 90-degree angle. So let's move to another type of triangle where the base and height looks like this. So you might be asking, why the height and base like that? So the area of the triangle is this half times base, which is highlighted in red, and multiplied by height, which is in purple, but is dotted line. So the thing is that the area of this triangle or this red triangle is essentially two triangles and in a bigger triangle. So what do I mean? So the red triangle that we're looking for is essentially the bigger triangle, green triangle, minus the blue triangle. So in this case over here, then we will have the green triangle. And so to calculate the green triangle, we will have half times base times height. So let's say in this example, the base is 10 centimeters and the height is 6 centimeters. Therefore, the area will then be equal to 30 centimeters square. So what about the blue triangle? It is also a right angle triangle. So same thing, we get a half times base times height. For the for the base of this blue triangle, it is 7 centimeters. So in this case, the area for the blue triangle would then be 21 centimeters square. So now we know the green and blue triangle area. The red triangle area is basically just the green big triangle minus the blue triangle area, and this will give us 9 centimeters square. So now we know the red triangle area. We can actually use another way to find the red triangle area, which is essentially the same thing, right? But first, we need to get the base of the red triangle, which is 3 centimeters, right? 10 minus 7, we get 3. Then the red triangle area is basically half times base times height. So can you guess what's the base and height for the red triangle? So if you guess the base is 3 and the height is 6, then you're right. And the area for this is also 9 centimeters square. So that means if we were to just get the area, so if we were to just get the base of the red triangle, which is 3, and the height, which is 6, is the same as getting the big triangle, which is the green triangle, minus the blue triangle, we will still get the same area. But using the half times base times height method, it is much easier. So in this case over here, now we know that the red triangle area is half times base times height. We also know that the base of the triangle is, first thing first, it is without the dotted lines, and it is perpendicular to the height, which is in dotted lines as well. So that's something that you need to remember. So from what we know, we can answer why EA is not the answer. So first of all, in the question it says ABD is the base of AD, and ABD over here does not have the line EA. The next thing is then to get the perpendicular height, and then from here we can get the height of ABD, which is FB, since it's perpendicular to the base of ABD triangle.